What's up everyone, Josh Binstock here. I'm currently at Athos, our strength and conditioning facility and our multidisciplinary clinic. I represented Canada on the indoor junior national team as well on the beach at the last Olympics in Rio, the Olympics before that in London, and the 2015 Pan American Games in Toronto. I'm going to be taking you through some exercises you guys can do at home that will prepare your body for the loads and forces you'll be putting it through when you're playing currently beach or the upcoming indoor season. Okay, I'm here with Alex Paletto. You might recognize her. She's kind of a big deal, but she wouldn't let you know it. She used to play for Colorado State indoor and also on the beach at USC, University of Southern California. And she's currently on the national team, so she has been doing some exercises and we're going to show you what that looks like. So this is specifically for the ankle. A lot of, especially indoor, ankle injuries are prevalent. So we're going to show you things that might predispose you to ankle injuries. One is dorsiflexion, so it's a certain range of motion you need to have a prerequisite for. If you don't, you may predispose yourself to further injuries. And also you need stability. So we're going to take you through a simple exercise you can do at home. So the first and basic way to see if you have good ankle range is to test the knee to wall. And you want to get at least 10 centimeters. If you have less than 10 centimeters, then you might be more predisposed to ankle injury. So this is something that we work on in our clinic, and we're going to have Alex demonstrate that to us. So the way you do that is her foot is straight, and she slowly bends her knee forward to see if she can touch the wall without the back heel coming up. Now, the heel's coming up a little bit, so what we're going to do is move it up maybe an inch or two. Good, and then redo that. And now the heel's down, and she's had that. So now if we go through here, I don't know if you can kind of see, so she's at 11 centimeters, so she is clear. And you would do that for both sides to make sure it's symmetrical. This is another self-assessment tool you can do at home to see if you're ready for the exercises you'll need to be doing. So this is called a step down. It works on the range of motion and stability, because in your ankle you need the stability but also the range. So she's going to demonstrate it by coming out as far as she can, and you want at least 60 degrees of knee flexion. Now notice her hips are balanced, her knee is staying in line, and she's able to go farther out. Very well done. If you struggled with this, or you might see some issues, you might see the hip hiking to counteract for the balance. You might see the knee dipping inside, which is called valgus, and with that, the arch collapses as well when she does that. So those are things that you want to look for. In addition, she might not be able to go far, and she can only go straight down because lacking dorsiflexion in the ankle. So those are things you want to watch for. Before you start the exercise that will help you avoid any ankle injuries, you need to put yourself through an assessment to see if you have the prerequisite to get there. In order to do that, you can look in the mirror, you can film yourself, keep your hands on your hips. So we'll take through all this, but make sure you have some kind of objective measure so you can look at yourself and see how you do. This exercise is called around the world, or toe taps. So it takes the self-assessment you did into a functional range. So if you could do that self-assessment properly, then this is what you should start off with. So you're going to do the same balancing, and instead of just going forward, you want to slowly bring your toe as far as you can, very slow. Now make sure you're watching her knee, which is staying in line, and her hips are staying in line, and her ankle dorsiflexion is also making sure that she has enough. So when you're doing this, make sure you go very slow and stable. Now, she's killing it, but if she was struggling, you would see the knee kind of go in, right? The arch collapse. She would kind of like lose balance. She would rush through the movements, and she might not lightly tap. She might be putting all her weight on the other one. So those are things you want to look for when you're filming yourself or looking at yourself in the mirror. So the next level of balance is balancing on the Bosu ball. So if you can do this, you're really making sure that you're priming your body to avoid injuries. Obviously some things happen, but this is the best exercise you can do. So what Alex is doing is just balancing on the ball. Now, having your knee up in stability like this is very impressive, but I want you guys so you can just focus on balancing and see how stable the Bosu ball is. A lot of times we get up there and it starts wobbling, so pretend you're not so good at it, which is good. Yeah, and that's what will happen. So you want to make sure that you can hold it for at least 10 seconds. Then you can bring your knee up to 90-90 and hold it there and start doing slow movements from there.